Hi, I'm Aaron Hanneman, and I've been reading through 1st and 2nd Samuel in my personal devotions lately, and I've been struck by the man David and his character. Although he was far from perfect, his example inspires me. There's no wonder he was described as a man after God's own heart. David was a true asset and aid to King Saul. He defeated the terrifying and intimidating giant Goliath among countless other enemies. David played the lyre to soothe King Saul's aching soul. He was a warrior and a creative type. Despite David's kindness and submission to Saul, Saul tried to kill David numerous times, forcing David into a sort of exile out in the Judean and Philistine countryside. David had the opportunity to kill Saul at least twice and was enticed by his friends to do so, but David refused. "Far be it from me to put out my hand against the Lord's anointed," he would say. If you fast forward in the story a bit, David finally is crowned king, but trials and trouble continue to follow him. David's son, Absalom, enticed and wooed away countless subjects, enough to lead a rebellion against David and his rule. Thus, David was forced into yet another exile. He had to leave his own home and palace because of his son's betrayal. I read the stories and see that David was faithful most of the time. He feared the Lord. He was God's chosen servant. He did what was right. He led reform in the worship life of Israel and was a good king. And yet, David was constantly beset with sorrows, trials, and existential threats. I don't know about you, but I kind of feel like we're in exile right now, kept from the people and the places that we love, suffering various trials, whether they be financial, physical, relational, or spiritual. But hear these words which David wrote in the Judean wilderness while on the run from the threat of Absalom. "O God, you are my God. Earnestly I seek you. My soul thirsts for you. My flesh faints for you, as in a dry and weary land where there is no water. So I have looked upon you in the sanctuary, beholding your power and glory, because your steadfast love is better than life. My lips will praise you. So I will bless you as long as I live. In your name I will lift up my hands. My soul will be satisfied as with fat and rich food, and my mouth will praise you with joyful lips. When I remember you upon my bed and meditate on you in the watches of the night, for you have been my help, and in the shadow of your wings I will sing for joy. My soul clings to you. Your right hand upholds me." My prayer is that in all times, even in the wilderness or exile, your soul would thirst for and be satisfied by God, who is your help and your refuge. Thanks for listening, and may God bless your day.